Why the fuck are you standing here? Why are you sitting there? Why are you even listening to this? You should be going to see Deadpool. Like, right now. Get your fucking chimichangas, heat them up, put that baby in 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and go see Deadpool. Because it's fucking amazing. What can I say? This movie was awesome. It was fucking awesome. And I guess we'll do a spoiler review because I say, fuck it. Let's do a spoiler review. That's right, Deadpool, right? That's right, Deadpool. Yes, fuck it. Spoiler review. Listen, guys, welcome to Think About It Reviews, but there's nothing to think about. Get your chimichanga and go see Deadpool. I absolutely loved this movie. It was funny. Action was great. The costume, the design work for all the characters was fantastic. The cameo, great, by Mr. Stan Lee himself. The humor that Ryan Reynolds... You talk about Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. Ryan Reynolds was born to play Deadpool. I remember reading some little fucker who says, we don't need Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool in the movie. We have so many other choices. Why don't you get fucking... What's his name? Castle. No. There can only be one. And that one is Mr. Ryan Reynolds. Congrats, Ryan Reynolds. Green Lantern. X-Men and Wolverine Origins. It was worth watching those pieces of shits to see you bounce back and be Deadpool in this Deadpool movie. Your very own movie. Congrats. I thought the fighting was great. You know, the bad guy, yes, you know, it's not too much. You don't really get heavily invested with him, Francis. But you know what? Francis was not too bad. You know, he was a little witty little dick, and you know, he thought he'd stick in his nose, and you know, just he thought he was high and mighty. So I thought he wasn't too bad of a villain for Deadpool. And, you know, Deadpool's motivation to go just, you know, kick some living ass was pretty awesome. This movie starts off the origin story of Deadpool, and man, they were right on the money. Like, I couldn't believe how true to the material they were for his origins and how it actually came out to be. Because when I think of Deadpool's origins, I kind of, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, he's getting an experiment, this and that, he has cancer, all right. How are they going to really bring that, you know, I don't think they're going to do it better than what I saw on the page or whatever like that. I don't see it being... You could do it, but I don't know how that's going to be. And when they did it, like when they actually showed them go through the process and the editing where it's present, then it's past, I knew they were going to do that somehow, but I thought it was great. I thought, you know, it really, off the comic books, off the pages, his storyline, it really did. They did a great job. Tim Miller, I believe his name is, who directed this. I mean, fucking fantastic, man. The script was great as well. The jokes were great. Some of the funnier moments that were in the trailer, I wish they would have hit some of those moments. I think the one with Colossus and Teenage Mutant Warhead, whatever the fuck her name is, when the guy just comes splattering onto the car, he's like, oh, he was there when I got here. I thought that was, they could have, you know, hit that a little bit. But there's still, I think a lot of people were questioning, like, do they spend too much of the time on the freeway scene and the main fight? Like, I think it was like the fucking port or whatever. And it's interesting because there's not a lot of locations. I was just kind of checking it out. I'm like, there's not a lot of locations and there's a lot of dialogue. So I was kind of thinking in the back of my head. So I think to keep it under wraps, they did more like, you know, in-house kind of work where it was just two people talking and joking around. And beautiful, man, the interactions in this thing was awesome. Especially the chick who plays fucking, I don't have it up she actually is in Gotham. And she plays Vanessa, and I was kind of disappointed that then, because she's copycat. She's copycat in the comic books. I was kind of hoping that she would kind of reveal herself to be like, you know, copycat from the comics, but we never got that. And but I thought she did great. I thought her chemistry with Ryan Reynolds, I didn't think it was going to be that great, and it was really great. And it's a beautiful love story, man, beautiful. I mean, they bang. And they bang some more. What can I say? Beautiful love story. And the interaction between him and Weasel was awesome. Like, these two, couldn't get enough of these two going back and forth. I mean, fantastic. But him and the blind lady, was very good. Very, very good. Fucking loved it. This whole movie was fantastic. I mean, what can I say? The only gripe I had with it was maybe some of the jokes didn't hit as much as I wanted to. Maybe a little bit the action sequences could have been no, I actually really did like the action sequence. I maybe would have wanted a little bit something different than seeing the freeway scene, where he jumps in the car, and even though that was a great scene, but I've seen the test footage before. I thought they would like come at with something a little bit different, but they didn't. But still was a great scene. I love the opening credits where it's supposed to be the names of everybody who was involved, but it's actually just Deadpool. It just has like ass hat or some hot chick or something like it. It's hilarious. I really didn't have any gripes with it. I think the only gripe I had with it was no Hugh Jackman cameo, no Wolverine cameo. I mean, when you think Deadpool, you think Wolverine, Cable. You think Wolverine, Cable. I loved how Colossus looked. A little bit, I guess I could gripe a little bit of the CGI could have been a little bit touched up a little bit better, especially when Deadpool goes to the house of Xavier, and it kind of looks like a little skit, honestly, but. It's understandably with the budget. And with the budget, man, I was very impressed with the low budget they had and what they did with it. I mean, a lot of the stunt work with Deadpool, I know it's a lot of CGI and stuff, but I really couldn't, it really didn't take me out of it, man. The CGI wasn't really in your face, but Colossus was a little bit too, but Gina Carano still not getting her big, she can't, a lot of people wonder why she can't be Wonder Woman. This is why, because I think overall, she's just not the lead character. She's just not a lead. You could tell she needs work on her acting. Another person who needs a little bit of work on her acting was Teenage Mutant Warhead, that chick. I mean, she could have been a little bit. I felt like her acting wasn't as good, but she's an interesting character. I thought she was going to be more involved in this story. I thought she was going to do a lot more, but she didn't. So I was kind of hoping for that. But overall, I really love this film. I mean, it's supposed to be a humor film, but yet you have some dramatic moments as well, especially when he finds out he has cancer. I love when he's talking about, don't worry, baby, I just had a bad nightmare about Liam Neeson and Taken. He's a bad father. Like, it's just so funny. That's the kind of humor I love, is sarcastic, very out there, just witty comedy. I love that, and I can't wait for the second movie. I mean, I think this is one of the best movies Fox has produced. I'm glad this finally came out, and this is one of the best Marvel movies I've seen. Is it better than Guardians of the Galaxy? No, I think Guardians of the Galaxy has a little bit more to it than this. But man, personally, I love this film. Personally, I'm gonna go watch it at least a couple more times. I really did enjoy myself in the theater. I laughed out loud a couple times. I mean, and then there's a lot of subtle jokes that maybe some people didn't get, but man, there's some great stuff in here. And then especially him and just knocking X-Men Wolverine Origins, like that's fucking awesome, dude. But great movie. I highly recommend it. Why aren't you going to go watch this? Go watch it. This is the spoiler review. I'm not going to do a regular review because spoilers, baby. I know you guys are going to go watch it. So thank you guys for listening. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Would really appreciate it. Like the video if you like it and comment below. I'm Dan Mega Dan Son, and I am out of here. Wait. Go back. Rewind. All right. Grab a tick. Grab a seat. Make sure you got some good popcorn to eat. I'll see you at the cinema. This was Asymptocular. Jeremy Johnson.